I have never seen a nun play such an instrument.
I learned the tile harper from church. I used it for coin. Turned away from God to a life of sin. The Gleeman, we were called. The finest bards in all London. Our music moved statues to tears, but no more. The Lord demanded I return to the fold. I begged Izane to join me, but she still toils with devil and drink. Music and dice have led her astray. She and that Kine wolf. All my financial woes stem from their greedy shenanigans.
You have debts, you mean? Large enough to send you into hiding.
How dare you imply that I hide behind my cloth from men who would break my instruments for a mere 50 silver?
50 silver I can cover. But for that sum, I want to hear the Gleeman perform together. One last time.
Oh, you are temptation-wrapped redemption, stranger. I have missed the dice dearly. Perhaps God has other plans.
This is not the first time I've heard a skald sing through tears.
It's my beloved Ostrid. She loves me no more. Thus my quill stays dry. No poetry falling from its once proud beak.
Can you only write verse when you're in love?
Surely. I've not written a ballad about God since I was a girl. Only love moves my heart.
Some of the best verses I've ever heard were thrown in battles of wit and rhyme, not lovesick crowing.
Oh, I have never seen such a battle. Please, enlighten me.
In our battles for glory and blood, we do sing, and give praise to the High One, for Odin is king. And we beg that the High One will give us his nod, that we someday might dine alongside our war god.
Yes. Yes, I see the bricks of this verse. Fight, night, brawl, Valhalla... No. Odin's hall. Get me my quill.
I should like to hear what music you write. Will you perform it somewhere?
If I can get Kina Wolf's bastardly face to help me with this meter. But you will have my thanks in this performance regardless.
Izane, Kit, and Kina Wolf. That is all the Gleeman. Now we'll see if they play the square.
I love you, Kina Wolf! Yeah, woo!
This new material doesn't hold a flame to the intensity of Izane's older work.
Izane! I love you, Kina Wolf! Yeah, woo!
This new material doesn't hold a flame to the intensity of Izane's older work. This new material doesn't hold a flame to the intensity of Izane's older work.
I love you, Kina Wolf! Yeah, woo! Izane!
This new...
Come one, come all! Friends! Fans! Lovers! You demanded our reunion, and thus God has gifted our merry trio with just such an assembly!
With fresh poems bestowed on me by a new muse. One with a heart of a warrior and eyes of frost.
And 2, 3.
This new material doesn't
Nearly
hold a
friends and
flame to the
fighters,
intensity
come one
of
and
Isan
come
is
all.
older.
May we meet up once more inside Odin's great hall.
Sail out!
I once sat down and spoke to Saxon priests, not as men with different gods, but as drunk men. Curious, I questioned him. He claimed we might believe differently in who sits amongst the clouds. But our beliefs are not so different in nature. After all, they too look to the gods for answers. Where we have many, they have just one. Only need one, I suppose. So I asked him, is your god truly so powerful? We see the dark clouds and know Thor's furious at Singe's Midgard. But I had yet to witness their god's primal powers. What were they? Did he bring bountiful harvests or boons? The priest said that his god was everywhere and everything. I did not understand it then. Maybe I still do not. But there is an undeniable vigor, a strength in their idea of heaven. Believing that their lives will one day be better still, even with us cleaving through it. Hope, Abel. Hope. I think that is what their god brings them.
Now you have lured me in. Explain yourself.
It's just been a while since anyone passed this way, and I wanted to be sure you would stay and visit.
By pretending to be a pretty young maid.
My mother used to tell me stories, legends of a forgotten king, of magic swords rising from misty lake waters. There was often a fair maiden, lonely and locked away. I fell in love with that sweet fantasy. So much more romantic than a pathetic man, whiling away the hours until death.
A sad shadow play. So where is your mother now?
Dead these last 3 years and buried under the flowers she loved. I wanted to move on, but I cannot bear to leave her.
I would not want you to be so love-starved. Leave this house of grief.
You are right. She was always so happy, laughing and singing. It would break her heart to see me so forlorn. I'll not let sentimentality be the shackles of my soul. I will find work in the village, even meet a girl, and start my own family.
And tell them stories of magic heroes and fair maidens.
Thank you, stranger. You have given me a glimpse of a sweeter life. This was hers. Take it, for it saddens me to look on.
I hope you find what you're looking for. Farewell.
I'm glad you stopped by. It brought me some comfort.
Bone and sinew, tooth and nail. People splinter apart like dead branches. I still see the glassy stairs when I sleep. I buried them all. My friends, my fellows. Do you remember Chertsey Abbey? The deadly sin committed there? I still see the glassy stairs when I sleep. I buried them all. My friends, my fellows. Do you remember Chertsey Abbey? The deadly sin committed there? Bone and sinew, tooth and nail. People splinter apart like dead branches. I still see the glassy stairs when I sleep. I buried them all. My friends, my fellows. All they must die!
You are mind sick.
99 graves!
Your thirst for vengeance led you here. Rest now. This is where the monk inflicted his dark vengeance upon his victims.
How am I supposed to be happy with only your stupid face to look at for the rest of my life?
You said you love my face.
I do. Which is why I wanted a smaller, sweeter version of it. Ostera will bless me with a child.
That pagan rock holds no magic. Besides, there are wolves. Big ones with teeth.
I'm going to that stone, and you cannot stop me.
Rufne were thone flagan de Lisnian. Aspiram swaswa kult.
How am I supposed to be happy with only your stupid face to look at for the rest of my life?
You said you love my face.
I do. Which is why I wanted a smaller, sweeter version of it. Ostera will bless me with a child.
No magic. Besides, wolves. Big ones with teeth.
I'm going to that stone, and you cannot stop me.
Chapman wizard of the year.
Why do you quarrel?
Because my husband has the courage of a quivering dormouse. All I ask for is a child.
I'm not sure how I can help you with that.
There is a rock, a place of great power. They say that all women who spend the night there come away pregnant.
From a rock.
From the fertile power and energy it holds. I must see it for myself. Will you protect me on the road? Every woman I know who's gone to the rock has left with child. It's a miracle.
And this is not a Christian belief.
The legend says that Ostera, the goddess of spring, transformed a bird into a hare at this very spot. The hare then laid colored eggs for her festival. The place has great magic.
Birds becoming hares, hares laying eggs. Well, we Norse have stranger stories.
Here we are. Wolves!
Stay out of harm's way. I will deal with it.
Perhaps that silly bugger was right. The wolves are fearsome. Thank you. You saved my skin. This is the sacred place. Great Ostera, bestow your blessing upon me. Give me that which I so desperately desire. A child.
Ostera shall grant your wish through the power of a sacred ritual. Do you both seek the goddess's succor?
This woman has come to take in the power of the Rock of Fertility.
And she will all leave satisfied.
However long it takes, and whatever is needed of me, I will give it.
Are there cuckoos in the nest?
Yes, my dear. Feel the power of the goddess.
Take it all in.
But it is so big.
Yes, darling. Oh, yes. 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 Filling you up. You feel the power. Yes, you feel the power. Oh. Oh.
Madness has gone on long enough, Father. Untie me now.
To be honest, Gristle, the more you nag, the more I think we'd all be better off if Affleck just claimed you.
Any time a woman dares to question you, that's your solution. Drown them in the river.
Your mother ran off to Swanage with your Uncle Aquil.
I do not have an Uncle Ackwell. Oh, thank you, You, stranger! Help me talk some sense into him, will you?
This is your daughter. Why have you tied her up?
Because if I don't, she just runs off. Foreigners and their stupid questions.
My father thinks a satanic sea beast, Afflank the Terrible, sent floods to our farms. My sacrifice is to appease him.
We don't think, we know. Godfrey saw Affleck with his own eyes.
So you're going to throw your daughter in the lake and hope the beast accepts your offering? She'll more likely drown.
You're making it sound stupid when you say it like that. Look! There he is! He bleaches the water! Do you not see his demonic flippers?
I would run if I were you. Your father's mad.
Thank you. But until this demon is proven nothing but driftwood, I still might find myself a watery tart. Well, was it nothing but driftwood?
Your sea beast was just a sunken ship.
What? But this is something that any swimming fool could have discovered. No offense.
I told him it was nothing, but he wouldn't listen.
Shut up, you fool.
Said you plague him day and night, complaining about his drinking, calling him a layabout.
Father, you knew that there was nothing there? So, this was your solution to be rid of me?
You're as bad as your mother. Nothing is ever good enough. I'm sick of listening to it.
An elaborate ruse for so simple a problem.
This cannot be forgiven. Murder was on your mind.
You deserve reparation. Speak your justice, and I'll enforce it.
Thank you, stranger. Leave, father. Leave my home and my life. Your actions have made me an orphan.
I know this. If you ever return, you'll be punished for your crimes. Come, Grizzled. I shall be your rock now.
Live well, Grizzled. Free from your father's mischief.
Benton! I'm not following you into that forest, you woolly sack of mange!